Tourism is here to build our country, making it better for the world to see. Oh, we're making connections, moving ahead, improving the products and giving you the best. Tourism today. We're moving ahead. Tourism today. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Tourism Today, your passport to the world of hospitality. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm. Coming up in the show tonight, preparations in full gear as the clock winds down to the start of the Miss Universe pageant. Convenience and safety are the buzzwords for a new product that's being marketed to visitors to our shores. A veteran in the hotel business channels her creative energies in a new direction. And items that most take for granted are turned into works of art. You'll learn more about that in tonight's Making It in Tourism profile. Well, all that and more straight ahead when Tourism Today continues.
Oh, we're moving ahead.
It's better in the Bahamas. Romance of the day. All the hideaways for the lazy days. All the nights the people play. Ooh la la la, ooh la la. It's better in the Bahamas.
Tourism enriches the economy, our culture. It protects our environment and promotes peace. Tourism enriches individuals, families, communities, and all the world.
Welcome back. In just over a week, beauty queens from around the world will begin arriving to our shores for the start of the 2009 Miss Universe pageant. However, the journey began months ago for tourism officials and those working behind the scenes to ensure that the Bahamas is prepared to be the best host country ever. The Bahamas is the smallest country to ever host a Miss Universe pageant, and so it should come as no surprise that the pressure is on to deliver. However, Ministry of Tourism officials say we are more than ready to meet the challenge. The process began in earnest in early 2009 with the signing of the contract between the Miss Universe organization and the islands of the Bahamas. Since that time, an impressive host planning committee was put together to get the job done, comprising of both public and private sectors.
We wanted to ensure that we could get the contestants to various islands, have them enjoy various activities and have various experiences in these islands. And that takes a lot of work and effort. So we had to pull resources from every government agency that you can think of, from the private sector, because it was important for us to ensure that we could deliver on moving 80 contestants, plus chaperones, plus security personnel, production personnel all around this country.
The contestants will spend 3 weeks in the Bahamas, and during their time spent here, the ladies will travel to Grand Bahama, Bimini, Exuma, Eleuthera Harbor Island, and Abaco, as well as visit points of interest in New Providence, all of which will be documented for the final broadcast. When one considers the magnitude of hosting such a massive event, the Bahamas did not have much time to pull it all together.
Even the Miss Universe organization has said to me on several occasions that we've probably had less time to do this than most other countries, and we've done more in less time than most other countries. And I'm sure that's true because we are a multi-island destination, unlike a lot of other places where they would have taken the Miss Universe pageant. So I think it's been very impressive what we've been able to do in a short space of time.
The Bahamas has hosted many events over the years. However, this one is different due to the mere size of the global television audience.
You're talking about the potential for a television viewing audience of more than 1 billion people. There's no other event that we would have hosted in this country ever that would have delivered for us that kind of a viewing audience. So we're really on show to the world like nothing else has ever allowed us to be. So we have to show the best of what we have.
The Ministry of Tourism is in the business of promoting the Bahamas, and they could not have asked for a better platform to do so. As Senior Director of Global Communications, Nalini Bethel explains, the Miss Universe pageant is being used as a vessel to promote the Bahamas worldwide, even before the pageant.
We're doing promotions in countries that we wouldn't normally do promotions in. And most of those promotions are sweepstakes, i.e. win a trip to the Miss Universe contest, and they're advertised in the newspapers, they're in magazines, there's pickup on websites and that kind of stuff.
So far, the results of this multi-tiered approach to promoting the event have been fantastic. In addition to the ministry's efforts, the Miss Universe organization is also doing its part to promote the event and the destination via its Miss Universe and Miss Teen USA websites.
You would see our banners, you'd see Atlantis's banners, you'd see other hotels in the Bahamas being advertised in that space on their homepage. And they then link through to Atlantis's website or Bahamas.com.
The event also has a good presence on the premier website of the islands of the Bahamas, Bahamas.com.
Persons who are interested in following the itinerary of the contestants, i.e. we all know we've tried to get them to go to as many islands as possible in the short period of time that they're here. So you can actually follow the itinerary if you wanted to. If you were interested in purchasing trips to all these islands, you could do that.
The ministry is pulling out all the stops when it comes to promoting the event abroad, allocating a huge budget for global promotions.
When you consider that we're doing promotions in France, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Scotland, in India and Brazil and Mexico, a lot of the Latin American countries, we're actually spending quite a bit of money.
While much emphasis is being placed on promoting the pageant abroad, Bahamians are not being left out of the mix. 6 local sweepstakes are ongoing to get locals in on the action.
What they have to do is to produce an essay of no less than 100 words, answering the questions that we've posed, or they can do it via video and submit both entries or either entry into tourismtoday.com.
Says Director of Onshore Communications Janet Johnson, Corporate Bahamas has been very supportive.
The excitement has caused for people to want to be involved, to get their names out there, to be associated with it, and to give back to the public. And we trust that those who are participating in such a big way will feel the benefit, that Bahamians will support those who are supporting their effort.
It's important for the Bahamian people to also appreciate that while the event is being hosted in the Bahamas, this is not a Bahamas event. Says Ms. Walking, key to the successful staging of this pageant is that Bahamians understand why the country took this on.
To have the opportunity to have the name of the Bahamas, the Atlantis, the people of the Bahamas talked about, because we are hospitable people. We've been welcoming, we've been warm. The girls have enjoyed themselves for the 3 weeks that they would have been in the Bahamas leading up to the finals. That will be woven throughout the 2 hours of the telecast. So beyond the 9 minutes is dedicated to us, we have 2 hours where we have an opportunity to have somebody mention something positive about the Bahamas to those more than 1 billion people who will be watching.
We'll have more on the Miss Universe pageant's impact on the Bahamas in a later episode of Tourism Today. Well, still ahead, a new form of payment for visitors can provide a boost to the Bahamian economy. We'll tell you more about that when Tourism Today continues.